and it looks like we are on, just like the World Cup.
Yeah.
So listen, as the World Cup is going on over here, Deval and I, we are bringing you episode 249.
249 because we're feeling fine.
Fine. That is how we roll, folks. Thanks for downloading this episode. This is, like I said, episode 249. We've got a decent horror movie that we're going to be speaking about later on. Talk to Me. So talk to me.
I'm talking to you.
But the thing is, Val,
with you.
Will you let me in?
Oh, no, I'll never let you in. Well, you got to buy me a drink first, but you know,
mate, we're gonna. All right, listen, folks, we're going to be speaking about this movie, and there's some serious shit that goes down in this movie. So we'll speak to you about that one. Also, we'll, if we've got time, we'll fit in They Cloned Tyrone, which is this mad sci-fi comedy. It's got like an 80s vibe to it as well. It's got an 80s vibe to it, and so we'll kind of speak about that if we've got time. And then obviously we're going to throw in all the other stuff that's going on. But before all of that, Deval's going to do
some shout outs. The first shout out goes to Emmanuel _LDN to go to his Instagram. Obviously, you know Emmanuel's other part of the Flixters, and pretty much every day, he's telling us, you know, giving us news,
what to
listens
watch
to the show, tells us what we've done
giving
right,
us
what
his
we've done wrong.
But hang on, actually, did we find out? Did Emmanuel, has he seen Oppenheimer or not? I don't know if he's seen Oppenheimer.
I don't know yet. I know he was interested in seeing Barbie. And I think he might. I'm pretty sure by now he would have seen both. He should have seen both by now. So let us know. I think he has mentioned something in the group, but I think he would have seen it by now. But yeah, he's definitely going to see those and let us know what he thinks. He probably has already, and I just can't remember. You know, he probably has. But I'll tell you, a big shout out to him. He's always giving us updates. He's on the show, and you'll see him again soon, very soon probably. Exactly. So big shout out to Emmanuel. Next shout out goes to our very own Ciel Noir 3. Always giving her a shout out on Instagram. Go check out her page. It's full of positivity, well-being, music, fashion, everything. It's all about positive vibes when you go to her page. You can go to her page and maybe the day's not going so well. I guarantee when you leave, you'll be feeling better. Go check out Ciel Noir 3. Exactly. Next shout out goes to Kate, and she saw Barbie as well. She said she liked it. She liked it. She chatted to us on Facebook. She liked it, and she felt it was an interesting comedy, lots of social commentary. At parts, it was a bit hit and miss maybe, but overall, you know, she enjoyed it. So big shout out to Kate. And last quick shout out goes to Zakharov, because we're going to talk about a film later that I really wanted to talk to him about. I really wanted to talk and invite Zakharov to the show because I know he likes A24 films. But in Holland or in the Netherlands, the film isn't being released yet. It's not coming out until August, somewhere in August weeks.
That's mad.
Yeah, so it's unfortunate, but we'll get him on the show for another film soon. Yeah, definitely. So big shout outs to everyone there.
Thanks, man. All right, let's get on to the show. Let's do movie news. So, Deval, we know this has been going on for a while. You know, the writer's strike. We had the actors' strike, and flipping everywhere. The strike, even everywhere you look, man, there's strikes going on. Even in England, there's flipping strikes going on. Doctors are striking. Like, you name it, man. Everyone's going on strike. But you know what? Who's not going to go on strike? Deval and I, we're not going on strike because we are here to tell you that because of these serious delays, what's happening to the movies that we were supposed to be getting, Deval?
So there's delays galore. So I mean, this usually does happen anytime there's is it the SAG? SAGs? Yeah, SAGs. So the anything that happens with SAGs and the everyone associated, it has a knock-on effect. Writers, actors, everyone else. And this time is really causing delays. So we've got Spider-Man, Across the Universe Part 2, which was meant to be coming out actually next March.
Oh man.
Next March 2024, and now it has been taken off Sony's release schedule.
Bastards.
Like there's no delay. It's just been taken off, so we're not sure when it's going to come out. That's a massive knockback.
That
also, Kraven the Hunter. We saw the trailer recently. They put the trailer out. We spoke about it. That was supposed to be coming out October 2023, because Sony and Venom and all that kind of stuff, they like an October release. It worked for them once, so they think,
now everything's got to be October.
October's our time. So it was meant to come out in October. Now it's coming out. Guess when?
Oh man,
August 2024.
But
that's
why
nearly a year later.
Delay?
You know what,
Devout. You know, we saw the trailer for Kraven the Hunter, right? And we were like, I can't even remember what we said about it, but our expectation isn't really sky high for this one. So we know that this could be kind of like a massive miss. Could this be masked? Under, could this just be reshoots and like they've done test screenings and people have said this is shit and it's just going to be another failure for them? Oh man, it sounds like
you could be right. You could be right.
The only thing that's working well for the Sony's MCU stuff is the animation and the Spider-Man with Marvel.
Yep. That's it. You're spot on. Because Venom 2 was shit.
Shit as well.
I think. And then Kraven the Hunter looks like it's going to be shit. We could be wrong and it could be great, but from the looks of it, I'm not holding my breath. Yeah.
I know. Yeah. So we'll see what happens with it. And then, so any news on whether or not this strike is like when it could be over?
Mate, do you know what? I do not know. It's all about conditions, isn't it? Pay conditions, working conditions. When these groups can get together, the people that represent the SAGs and everyone else, if they can get together and strike up a good, fair agreement, then that's when it will come to an end. So people, they feel really strong about this. There's strikes going on in lots of different sectors around the world, and people have had enough. So this could go on for quite a while. Who knows?
Yeah, it's mad. It's mad. So I'm assuming then we're not going to get that many new shows then.
Yes, I think
stuff that's between now and the end of the year.
Things that have been really close. I mean, I know Kraven the Hunter was close, but some things are still going to be released. Like, for example, Gran Turismo. That's Sony as well. PlayStation.
What about Ahsoka Tano?
Not heard any news on that. I think that still will go ahead. I think so.
Because that's soon, isn't it?
That's August. Hold on. Yeah, that's late August, I think. Yeah, so that's soon. So I think some things will still go ahead. Otherwise, some will be delayed. So
all right. Well, listen, look, folks, we will keep you posted on that. We'll let you know what's delayed and what's going to be re-released, just like those stuff. Now let's move on. We've already spoken about kind of Oppenheimer a little bit and Barbie, but listen, Devout. I mean, this is a bit of a surprise, but Barbie has smashed the global box office, right? So tell us about this.
Yeah, Barbie has done really add another really well. Barbie, because it was, what did I call it, Barbenheimer or something? Yeah. Oh my gosh, it was a battle. 21st of July, they both came out, Oppenheimer, Barbie, and we thought, okay, Oppenheimer's going to do it, but we don't underestimate the power of Barbie. Barbie's been around for decades. Yeah, and when you really specifically target yourself to one half of the population, totally. Let's be fair, but you're also going to bring on some of the other half of the population, so you're guaranteed to get lots of people. You could get a good 60%, 65% of the population coming to see your film just because of what it is, and that's what happened. So Barbie has done in the box office
That's incredible.
$578 million worldwide. Yeah.
$500 million.
Exactly. The only film to gross $1 billion or over $1 billion this year, from being released this year, is Super Mario Brothers, because the little caveat is Avatar was released in December, so that doesn't really count. But so I mean, this has been out for 2 weeks and it's done $500 million. So you do the maths, it's crazy.
I wonder what. Sorry, I was just going to say, I wonder what Mission Impossible's done.
Mission Impossible's done a high $300 million worldwide. It hasn't done as much as people
this has
thought.
blown Mission Impossible.
Yeah, it's blown away that. It's blown away some of the Marvel films.
Mm.
Guardians of the Galaxy worldwide, it's done 800 million. This is not
Okay.
too far behind it. It's just been out for 2 weeks. Ant-Man has
Yep.
done more than that.
Oh.
It's done really good. Honestly, it's done really well. It's almost
And then what
doubled
about
what
Oppenheimer then?
Oppenheimer. That's done $252 million worldwide so far. So Barbie has doubled Oppenheimer. Doubled it.
Oh.
This plastic toy, it's doubled the atomic bomb, so
Oh my
one of them blew
gosh.
up the box office and it wasn't Oppenheimer.
Exactly. So I'm
Yeah.
just thinking now, so this means, all right, so let's just say we get to round about, say, 700-800 million, right? Just say, for example, which is incredible. That's probably Greta Gerwig's biggest, movie, who's the film director. That's probably Margot Robbie's biggest film, probably even Ryan Gosling's biggest film. Does this mean then, Deval, going forward, we're going to get more Barbie films?
Yes, that has already been said. They've already said that Barbie is most likely going to have a sequel. I don't know what the sequel is going to look like exactly. It's going to have it's got to have the same cast, isn't it? Because when the money talks, you know what it's like. So I think it hasn't been officially greenlit, but there have been some talks that Barbie is going to see a sequel. If it makes $1 billion, come on now.
Mate, come
on
on.
now.
You're not gonna. I wonder what company. Wait, who's their? Do you know who this is? This belongs to? Like what studio?
What studio? Oh, I can't remember what studio, but I know. But Margot Robbie's production company were involved in the creation of this film.
So she's gonna get. She's gonna get a lot of money from this.
Yeah, Mattel, obviously the rights that they're gonna make money from this as well.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's done good, man. It's
all right.
done
Well, listen,
good.
look, we'll see where we're at in a week's time, and we'll kind of check the box office figures there. But yeah, so Barbie, moving forward on that one. So listen, let's finish up with movie news with this one. So we've got now. I didn't know this was a thing, but then when I started reading up about it, I was like, damn, yes. So Moana, the Disney animation, it came out a while ago, starring The Rock, well, voiced by one of the characters there, The Rock. But Deval, they're turning this into live action. Now, tell us about this, man, because hang on. Yeah, so we've had The Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
Which is animation now, it's live action. We've
Aladdin.
had Aladdin. So
Lion
basically,
King. Even though it was animals,
King.
Lion King.
Yeah, but tell us about this.
Yeah, this one's, and I've also just want to quickly say on Barbie, it's $145 million to produce. That's just what I mentioned. I forgot to mention it. So massive gains on your money. Yeah, but this one, so Moana live action. We know Disney are tired. Disney have no ideas. The writers strike. There's. I hope the Disney writers aren't striking because what are they doing? Because they're just bringing up new ideas.
Trust me.
So, but this one's going to be another live action remake. I've not seen Moana. I know it's about Pacific
Islander,
Pacific Islander like community, and it's quite fantastical. It's about a young girl who is like I guess it's her birthright to sort of lead her people in the future when she gets a bit older, but she wants to do something different. She wants to go and explore the seas and follow her heart, not follow her tradition. So this is going to be a live action version. It's going to star The Rock, who also voiced one of the characters in the animation, and then Zendaya is going to star as what's her name again? The girl, what's her name? Moana, of course. Why not? She's going to start as Moana.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, obviously they didn't go with the original person that voiced Moana. Interesting. Maybe because she doesn't have the the star power, the power to to put bums on seats in a cinema. Zendaya obviously does, and she does sort of look like somebody from that part of the world as well. And she's very familiar with Disney. She's her and Disney working together for years when she was young, and also with Marvel. So she's on the payroll. So interesting one. I'm not going to watch it.
But, you know what? My only reservation about this is the animation. I'm pretty sure that animation came out in 2015 or 2016. It's like,
I think you're right.
It's just so close. Like you're already doing live, live action version of these. And Moana is a great story.
Was there Mulan or
Mulan as
something?
well.
Mulan, yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mulan, that's another one. There was a live action version of that one as well. So yeah, I mean, I'm not. Oh, gosh, man, like
Snow White's getting done, isn't it? And the 7 people, because they can't say
you
dwarves.
can't say dwarfs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
7
they
people.
actually, some dwarfs were, or little people. I'm not sure the correct term, but they were actually quite upset that they won't be able to be cast in this. They're using sort of regular
CGI.
sized people to CGI them and stuff like that. But there's some people, it's caused some upset. You know, some people are saying, okay, they little people or dwarves, I'm not sure the term, but you know, they don't get to be in a lot of films because of their size, and usually when
And
they're cast, it's usually
this isn't going to
cast
help.
for certain roles, and even when these roles do come up, they still can't get cast. So there's lots of controversies going on these days.
Mate,
Well,
and
it's a
it's
different
so
place.
Mate, I'm telling you, and it's so funny you should mention that because there was what's the Willy Wonka one with the Timothy Chalamet?
Chocolate Factor,
Yeah,
Chocolate
yeah,
Factory, yeah,
yeah. So
Hugh
as the
Grant,
Hugh Grant is the Oompa Loompa, and one
yeah,
of the like exactly what you said. One of the actor like a so is it dwarfism? I think is it
yeah,
dwarfism is the
that's
thing, right?
yeah,
So so someone turned around and said, "Why have they got flipping Hugh Grant to do that role when there's plenty of actors who could do that, play Oompa Loompas?" So yeah, mate, it's tricky times for actors and basically everyone involved. All right, so listen, look, we'll keep you posted on that one. We're gonna move on to new one streaming now. This Deval. Yeah, so I saw this. I haven't had a quick, like, given it a lot of like time and looked into this. But what is this? This is a short animation, isn't it? A
yeah. This
character
is
from Invincible.
Atom Eve. They're the girl that helps Invincible sort of, you know, find himself. He's one of his best friends or girlfriend or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is her story from when she found herself and became who she is. So from what I've seen, I haven't seen it yet. I tried to see it the other day, didn't get a chance. I think it's one episode, really short. But this Invincible world is really like
I think it's going
Invincible.
to expand, right?
Yeah, man. It looks good, man. Obviously, it's a not X-rated. Sorry, it's a
This is 18 rated,
rated
R rated.
R. Yeah, rated
Yeah,
R animation, and I love those. You know,
I love
people get
those.
their heads chopped off and shit. That's how it should be.
I know.
You know, so
Yeah, when
yeah,
we
Amazon.
saw Invincible, and it's been a while now, hasn't it, Deval? It's like what, a couple of years or something?
Yeah, a couple of years, I'd say. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like a breath of fresh air, and
Yeah.
you know, we had The Boys on Amazon, and now they had Invincible. So Stephen Yeun, I think, is going to be back, and we're gonna get this. This is a whole Invincible season 2 is going to be coming out. So go check that out.
You know, just a real quick one. This is off topic, but Mortal Kombat. Yeah, Mortal Kombat they've got a new game out. You know, we're talking games, movies, all intercrosses. They've got a new game coming out.
Okay.
You know, Mortal Kombat, sometimes you can have other characters that you can buy. So, for example, they'll have characters. Mortal Kombat had characters like, I don't know, RoboCop. You can buy him. Terminator. You can buy him. This season, Homeland is there. You know, Invincible. What's his name? You know, the dad, J.K. Simmons.
Yes.
What
was his name? Because he was a bad MF man.
Yeah, he
was.
Yeah. Who else you got in it? You got people from like when I saw Homelander in it, I was like, what? Imagine how he's gonna be. So yeah,
that is great marketing.
Exactly, it's great. So yeah, just what I mentioned.
Yeah, no, that's good. That is really good. I can't remember what. Yeah, the dad of Invincible, right? Yeah, I know I can't remember what it was, but he was good.
Omni-Man, that's it. Omni-Man.
He was crazy, this guy. All right, so take a look at that if you like the whole Invincible universe. Talking about another universe, this is the Marvel universe, Secret Invasion, the final episode, and you know what, Devout, I still haven't finished it. I mean,
you ain't.
I haven't finished the final episode. So I started watching it, and then I got to this kind of moment, and you know, so I don't know what's going to happen with Nick Fury just yet. But you know what? I'm like, obviously I know that Nick Fury is going to be there because we're going to see him in the Marvels.
Yeah.
But you've seen it, right?
I've seen it. Don't
and
rush.
the way exactly. The way it ends, is it like, does it end on a bang or what?
all I'm going to say to you is what I just said to you. Don't rush. Watch it when you got time. That tells you everything.
That tells you
That's
everything.
it. That tells you everything.
All right, let's move on. Let's do trailers, Divaldo. Now.
Oh my gosh.
Trailers. This. We've been waiting a while, man, because this is an actual continuation of the original Exorcist movie, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Because it's got Ellen Burstyn. It's got the mum from the original Exorcist movie.
Yes, yeah, she's in it.
So, I mean, I wonder how old she is. Flipping hell.
She's got to be, But this trailer, do you know what? Can I be honest? Of course I can be honest. This is the space to be honest. The trailer didn't do much for me, you know? The trailer
I haven't seen it.
Okay, yeah, the trailer for me didn't do. I think it gave too much. It looks too much like a horror film. I know that sounds mad to say, but it just looked too much like a horror film trying to scare you. With too much.
And the original Exorcist never did that.
No, psychological.
Yes.
This looks like it's got too much going on. This time there's two girls that are possessed, so you get another one. There's two girls, and they're hanging around together. Like doing simultaneous. One's that way, the other one's that way. I just don't see this looks like it's going to be not a good film.
Oh, why?
That's what it looks like.
Why? And the thing is, right, they brought back Ellen Burstyn, and I just had a quick look. She's 90 years old, and she's 90 years old, man. This is like incredible.
I wouldn't have thought that. She looks good. She's still acting. 90.
She's still acting, and then I guess. You know, when you have someone, it's like that whole kind of like Harrison Ford thing. They did the Indiana Jones. They brought back Harrison Ford. With this Exorcist, they're going to bring back a character from the original, so people think, oh wow, it's got Ellen Burstyn in it, and blah blah blah. But it sounds like as if this could be flipping.
Yeah, it's going to be a dud.
Non-believer.
In the trailer,
it's called the Believer.
Yeah, in the trailer they ask her, well, somehow she says she looks at someone possessed. She's like, I've got experience of this, or something like that. Something like that. Experience. Like on her CV, it says, I've got experience. 20, 30 years experience, or 50 years experience of possession.
So why didn't they bring back Linda Blair then?
I don't know. Is
the girl.
Yeah,
she must be in her 40s. Linda Blair, or maybe 50s. No,
because the film came out 50 years ago. That's going to be anniversary corner for when this film comes out, by the way.
Exactly.
But
shit, she's 64 years old.
Yeah, she's a big woman.
Damn. So I mean, I'm surprised they never. Brought her. Like, why they didn't bring her back?
She doesn't want to do it. That's probably why, isn't it?
All right. Exactly. All right. Okay. So so go check that out. That's called The Exorcist. The Believer. Saw. Devout another Saw movie. Jeez, like how many Saw movies, man, are we gonna review on this podcast? Well, here's another Saw movie. What?
The first one came out in 2003. That's 20 years ago. Just remember that. 20 years ago, 2003. And they did a short film first, which was 9 minutes. It got bought, and they did this James Wan and what's his name, Lee Winnell or whatever. But this trailer is like a prequel to when Jigsaw first got his diagnosis of his brain, and it shows what happened around that and what turned him into Saw. That's all I'm going to say on it.
So Tobin Bell is going to be back. So
yes,
he's in this.
He's all up in the movie. He's not just doing a voice. My man is in the movie, but I don't want to spoil it. Watch it. It's a quick trailer. And the film is out later this year, I think. Yeah. So, well, if it still comes out later this year, we'll see.
Yeah. Oh gosh, yeah. And if you want to see one, I mean, we saw the Book of Saw Spiral like a couple of years ago. Yeah, that one's out. Now, okay, Gen V Deval is out. Well, I mean, it's going to be coming, but the trailer for Gen V. So I haven't seen this, and so tell us about this. I mean, I'm hoping this is going to be great.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
this
Lordy.
Looks wicked, yeah?
Okay, I can't wait.
I'm going to say one thing to you, yeah? I'm not going to spoil it. This is on Amazon. This is coming out this year, which I'm grateful for. 29th of September, I think it is.
Soon, very
soon.
This
is kids with, like, the powers of the boys, yeah?
Yeah.
And there's one scene where some kid punches, I think it's a policeman or something. He punches him in the back.
Yeah.
And the boy's fist comes out his mouth. Yeah. The guy goes, and the fist comes out his mouth. Yeah.
Holy shit! I
How
love
do you
it.
get punched in the back and the fist comes out? That is mad. That's it.
That's
I'm leaving it there.
crazy.
Watch the
Oh,
trailer.
mate, I'm watching the trailer.
Cannot wait. Cannot
Um,
wait.
I love this. I
Mad.
love this show, this universe, this kind of,
Trust me.
Homelander universe and everything, the boys universe. I can't wait for it. Cannot wait for that one. So go check that one out. Now this one, Deval. So this is like a sci-fi, like set in the year 2898 AD. This is called Kalki. Tell me about this, man.
This is man from the Bollywood guy. What's his name?
Shah Rukh Khan again.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes,
you can't put this guy down, man.
Is gangster in this. He's got a bald head. No, hold on. I'm getting mixed up. It's not that. No,
because that was the one before.
I'm getting mixed up. No, this is another film. Sorry, this is another film.
It
hasn't got him in it. Sorry, it hasn't got him in it. But this is another. This is another one that is a sort of film that he would do. This looks like crazy action.
Oh my!
This one, I'm gonna watch it. I don't care if it's 4 hours.
Fiction epic.
Yeah,
mate, it's gonna be a long one, I think.
But it looks a bit like Blade Runner, but like a Bollywood version. It's just mad. It's crazy. It's action.
Yeah, and they brought in like the cinematographer on this is some guy called Georgi Stilochovic, man. They're really putting out the guns, man. They're bringing in international, like behind the scenes, like production.
Watch the trailer. The trailer's quite short, but you just know that this is going to be a crazy film. Crazy film.
That's probably going to be another blockbuster there.
Yeah.
So there's that one, and then we've already kind of spoken about the Invincible universe, but Invincible. And just remind us again, Deval, when is this out?
Yeah, this one's out. When is this one out? I can't remember now. You got me off guard.
I got you. Let's have a look. So Invincible.
This is out soon. It's not. It can't be September.
Because that's when we've got Gen. Yeah, because they're not going to mess around with Gen V, are they?
Nah, Invincible season 2. This one is out in. When is it out? Actually, release date.
No,
November. It's out in November. Yeah.
November.
It's out in November. Okay. Yeah, November the 3rd. So yeah, it's out in a few months' time. But this one, I saw the new trailer, full on.
Yeah,
mate. There's all kinds of shit going on. And when I say to you, obviously the relationship picks up. The end of season 1, the son and the dad had beef, and the son realized that the dad was a bad man.
Yeah, he was evil.
Ate this animal-looking alien at the end.
Yeah,
he was kind of showing him the realness of the situation. This one, everyone's in it. Everyone's coming back. But when the trailer ends, they start throwing names on the screen of who's doing the voices, who's in it. Everyone is in this. Everyone is in this. It's
so
mad.
What is Omni-Man? Is he coming? No, I can't remember. Did he beat him or did he kill him or no? He didn't kill him.
He didn't kill him. Didn't kill his son. But he beat him up. But everyone's in this, man. I can't even remember. So many names, so many big names as well. Big names.
I want to see this.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah.
So we've got Gen V, which is going to be in September, and then that'll be kind of like about 6 episodes or something like that. Then that'll take us closer to November, October, and then November will be Invincible season 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
There you go.
Amazon Prime has got it covered, folks. Go check those trailers out. Let us know what you think. Are you going to watch them? Are you going to kind of stay away from them? Let us know what trailers that you want us to see as well. Maybe there's something out there that you think, maybe the Flixters should go and have a look. Let's do Anniversary Corner. And we've picked, Deval's picked a great one as well. This is from 25 years ago, 1998. And it kind of, fits in with the movie that we're going to be speaking about later on. This is The Faculty. And, man, so The Faculty, like teachers, school, that's what you think about when you think of faculty, right? Like, academics. But
exactly.
the shit that's going down in this school is not really educational, is it?
1998. 5 years ago, isn't it? 1998. So this stars Elijah Wood. It's got what's his name? Josh Hartnett, who we just saw in Oppenheimer. Salma Hayek's in this one.
Look how young she looks. Oh my
Exactly. You
gosh.
got Clea Duval.
Oh
He's in this.
yeah.
Robert Patrick, so you got the Terminator, he's in this as well.
Yeah.
You got the one from, she's in Fast and Furious, Jordana
Brewster.
Yeah, she's in this. Usher Raymond showed up in this as well. Surprised to see him acting at the time anyway. But yeah, this one's about, it's like almost like Invasion of the Body Snatchers, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Kind of, but yes. they've used kids.
Yeah, exactly. So it's from Robert Rodriguez. And yeah, it's just about people that you think are who you think they are, but they're not. And there's aliens that have come into society and trying to take over through like a secret invasion kind of way, if we can call it that. And it was a good film at the time. I think the film was probably ahead of its time, and it had, in today's society, this would be done in such a different way, but it would have a massive impact, I think, because people now don't trust. Back in those days, there's no social media, there was no mistrust, or not as much mistrust. But people are talking about, lizard people, David Icke, and all kinds of shit.
Yes, David Icke.
Faculty. This is the decent film. It still holds up today.
It is. And I was just having a look at this. It's got a cult following, and yeah, man, it's just like, and I totally forgot it was Robert Rodriguez, and he's made some really interesting, fun movies, and this is part of his kind of catalog and everything. So yeah, go check that one out. And it's kind of like there's a connection basically to They Cloned Tyrone, right?
Which we can talk about next, actually.
Yeah, because it's like, I don't know. When we first saw the trailer for They Cloned Tyrone, we saw it a while ago, and we were like, "This looks fun. This looks crazy." Is it kind of like I was thinking, is it like a heist movie? Like, are they going to be robbing something because of the stuff that was going on? And then finally, the movie's been released, but the buzz surrounding it was kind of quite high and everything. So I flicked this on. And the first thing that I realized was, what's his name? Jamie Foxx. He's flipping hilarious. Yeah. He is absolutely hilarious in this. And Teyonah Parris, I just wasn't expecting that role from her. And obviously she's in the Marvel. No, what was she? No, she's not in the Marvels. Yeah, she's in the Marvels.
Yeah.
She's done
One Division. We saw her in that.
But what else has she done?
Chirac is a good film, 2015, Spike Lee. That's the first film I saw her in, and she's wicked in that.
Yeah,
but she's been in a bunch of stuff, but yeah, she's good. She's
really good in this. And the kind of, when you watch the trailer, you kind of got these three characters. So the drug dealer, played by
John Boyega.
John Boyega, who, I mean, like I've mentioned to you this before about Brits doing American accents. Mate, he's got it down. Like him, Idris, like, they have just got it down. And then you've got Teyonah Parris. She plays the sex worker, and then you've got Jamie Foxx, who plays the pimp. So these three characters, their lives are connected in a weird science fiction-y type of a way, but it's comedic. It's like got all these different elements in there. It's kind of got this 80s vibe to it. And what gives you the 80s vibe is those adverts on the TV screen, which kind of they have these kind of little throwaway adverts, and that was just all really great, like production and everything like that. But you know what, man? I was really, really surprised about the movie. I thought this was just going to be kind of like a run-of-the-mill type of a thing. But it's not kind of like, I wouldn't say it's like an instant classic, but it's definitely, it's a really good film, really funny. It's got this kind of whole kind of, a secret organization is cloning people. And yeah, man. I mean, you tell us exactly what it's all about. So.
Yeah, it's a weird and funny film, directed by Jewel Taylor.
Yes,
been involved in Creed, also Space Jam, A New Legacy as well. And then this one also, like you mentioned, starring the main three characters. They're the sort of main three people in this. Kiefer Sutherland also joins them as the baddie. But yeah, this film, everything you said is so true. It's like the characters are the sort of stereotypical, like black cast characters in movies, aren't they? You got the stereotypical drug dealer, pimp, all that kind of stuff. At first, I thought, oh, that's a bit like one-dimensional, but
on the nose, yeah.
I guess why they're doing it in an environment, in a space where that's actually happening, but that's not the main situation. That's not the main deal. And I think in this film, there's like if you take away the comedy, take away the sort of stereotypes and stuff like that, there's a lot of social sort of commentary and there's some social messaging going on within the film as well. Because there's certain parts of the film where, like obviously, okay, first of all, the characters you mentioned, they're doing their sort of daily jobs, if you want to call it that, or nightly jobs, and some weird stuff starts to happen, and they start to realize something's not right. And as they investigate some weird activities, we're not spoiling it for you, so go and watch it. They come across an underground, like place, like a lab, where people are doing some weird shit, and they still can't even figure it out. Bit by bit, they start to figure out that they're making clones of people, and they're like, "What is going on?" And then they start to, like, then work as a community, so not fractured, but as a community to try and overcome these people that are cloning people and and doing bad to the community. And it made me think of back in the 80s and 70s, like you said, when in America, I'm not from America, I've never been, but you always hear about deprived communities, and saying how like the CIA brought drugs into the communities, or brought this or brought that to destabilize the communities and control and stuff like that. And it made me think of that, this undercover clandestine organization doing this to a community. And there was a couple of little moments where things that I genuinely believe are some of the flaws in my community. Like music, for example. Some music is so negative, and it can influence people. I don't want to say control, influence. There's a moment in the film where the DJ is playing music, and everyone's just getting controlled, like to do something, and you're thinking, shit,
and you know what?
It's a joke, but at the same time,
there's a commentary behind that, look behind that. Like, the stuff that we listen to, the stuff that we see on TV, it influences us. And you know what, Deval, there was a bit where they go down to this kind of secret lab thing or whatever it is, right? And they're in them, they're kind of, their faces are covered in these suits and everything.
Yeah.
All the people who were working that they were all white.
Yeah. That's on purpose.
Yeah, that's on purpose. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And there's even a moment where they were talking, some of the scientists were talking, just some offhanded talk. And it was like, yeah, so how do you have your chicken? It's like, oh, just have it plain. No salt, no pepper. No, that gets in the way. I was like, oh my God.
It's so funny.
They're just taking the piss.
Exactly.
Oh, man.
Mate, I know. It's like, I wasn't, it kind of, it's a left field, and like I wasn't even expecting it. It does kind of like a whole 360 thing, and like it starts off, the way the movie starts off is like, oh, this could be like a gangster piece, like you've got a drug dealer, and there's a there's a thing that happens at the beginning, and you just think, shit, okay, but then this whole 360 happens, and I'm like, what? I love these types of movies where, like, you think it's going to be one thing, and then it's actually another thing, and then they take you around another way, and like and they got this kind of social commentary going on. And I think in today's day and age, Deval, like we see a lot of these movies, like it's not just about one thing. They're talking about race, obviously. There is a discussion about race and about what is actually controlling us, and how do we let communities become controlled. Like,
and this, it showed working together and seeing the problem, understanding it, and taking ownership. Ownership of the situation. But there's lots of messages in this. It is a comedy, it is sci-fi, it's entertaining. Don't take it too serious, but at the same time, you can kind of see what some of the messaging might be in sort of social reflection of the world. So it's interesting. Yeah, it's interesting. Of I don't know, relaying a message, I guess. But worth a watch on Netflix. So yeah, exactly.
And then like, look, the three actors, they play those parts.
Yeah.
So if you can imagine what those kind of what a typical person might be like that, they play that. I think they play it really, really well. I think they play it really, really well. I mean, like I was just like, shit, okay, they really embody those types of characters and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely worth a watch. Go check it out. It's on Netflix. It's called They Cloned Tyrone. If you do see it, let us know. What are your views? Get in touch with us on X.
Oh yeah, Twitter.
Mate.
Or Instagram or Facebook or whatever.
It's called X now. It's like, oh my gosh, madness. All right, okay, and then this leads us on to our next movie. Again, this is a movie that we kind of saw the trailer and we were like, yeah, we're going to watch this. This is homegrown, actually. This is like an Australian film set in Adelaide, an A24 movies. Now, listen, folks who are listening to this podcast right now, you know that Deval and I, we're huge fans of A24 movies, and we've kind of reviewed a host of movies. They're weird, they're wonderful, they're crazy. Some are hits, some are misses. But generally, on the whole, though, Deval, we kind of say, you and I, we kind of have this thing, right, where it's an A24, say no more. It's like, that's our thing, right? Yep. Where, you're going to get a deep film with kind of commentary and all that sort of stuff. So here we have this movie called Talk to Me, and low budget, right? There's not a major budget on this.
I don't know. I'll find out while we're speaking, but it's not a big budget at all.
It's not a big budget at all, and like no actors that I've never seen any of these actors before in my life. So these are Australian actors, and set in the city of Adelaide, about this character called Mia. She's gone through some kind of personal issues. Her mum's passed away, and we don't know how that's happened. And then as the movie progresses, we kind of find out. And the thing is, though, Deval, maybe I think I got a few minutes late to the movie. I got into the movie where she's in the car and she's singing with some kid. Was there anything did anything big happen beforehand?
It's so funny. I had the same situation, and I got in there just as she did the kangaroos in the road. So just this morning, I had to find a way to watch the first bit. So you didn't miss much, no.
Okay, all right.
You missed the part where there was a party scene happening, and you saw something happen at the party that sort of sets up the movie. But it's okay. It's all right.
Yeah. So this thing that Deval's just talking about now is this party scene is kind of a bunch of kids. They drink, they smoke, they get together, and they do this thing where they bring out a porcelain hand, and you touch the hand and you say to the hand, talk to me, and you basically get possessed, right? So you're getting possessed, and you can communicate, with something from the other side. And Deval, if you went to a party, like honestly, in real life, if you went to a party like that, right, and you saw the shit that was going on, I mean, like, what the hell would your reaction be? Knowing what you know.
Running. Or not knowing what I know. I'm running. I don't mess with stuff like that. I'm gone. It's
like the risk that these kids, and it's like, oh no, I want to do it. So Mia's like, oh yeah, I want to do it. Like, I want to do it, and I want to do it. And you can imagine that when you play around with shit that you don't understand, with with spirits and kind of the other side, the dark side, death and everything like that, right? That shit is going to hit the fan, and then eventually shit does hit the fan, and in a really horrible, nasty way, Deval. Like, there's one character who gets like basically messed up so badly because these spirits, they're not always good. The spirits they're not always good.
They're always not good. Always not good.
Yeah, exactly. And then Mia, because she is so upset, she's distraught, and she's kind of raw about the fact that, she's lost her mum. She somehow manages, to get what we think is, she's communicating with her mum. But then after this bad shit that happens to this person in the film, Mia can start to see things. And we don't know if the spirit is good, if it's bad, and what it's getting her to do, and then it leads to this kind of really crazy conclusion. But you know what, Deval? I mean, for me, I thought the special effects were kind of really practical. There isn't a lot of kind of like CGI, I don't think. The possession scenes, I just thought, man, it's horrible. Horrible.
This is a fine film.
Yeah.
It's a fine film. It's an hour and a half, hour 35, including credits. This film gets straight to the point. It's a fine film. It's remote. It's young people. They like you've mentioned. You know, basically at these parties where they get a chance to connect with this item that is supposedly possessed, they all put it on Instagram and stuff, and it goes round and round and gets popular, and people want to go ahead and do it, and many people do it. Their eyes go black and they can see stuff. They come out of it because you've got 90 seconds to be with it. And if you go more than 90 seconds, they say something bad can happen. So if you come out of it within 90 seconds, you're fine. So they use it almost like a drug.
Yes.
They're using it like a drug that has no ending. Everyone takes turns and gets a high, because once they go into this state, it's crazy, and they come out of it and then they're fine again. But like you said, I mean, this is a fine film. When you think about, I mean, the lead girl, she's had experienced loss. Her mum died and stuff like that. And these spirits know that. So when they connect with her, they know how to get into her head. And they use her mum to talk to her and get her to do stuff that she wouldn't normally do. And I think the way, like, her family dynamic, all the young people there, she's trying to sort of be there for the younger boy in the family. Her dad's not around, kind of thing. And there's another girl that's really responsible that tries to protect them, but still, young kids want a high. They want a high, and in this film, they show it. And like you said as well, one of the best scenes in this film. It's a really disturbing scene.
What the foot one, or the thing in the corner?
There's a scene where he's obviously, like, the boy goes in for longer than a minute and a half.
Oh man!
He tries to tear himself apart. It's not nice. It is horrible. And what happens to him in the conclusion of that? He's a wreck. He's in hospital, and then the lead girl, who somehow, she's now got a taste of this. She feels she can control it, and she goes to get the hand again, and she tries to use it to heal him. And for me, the favorite scene, it's about 2 seconds, and it reminds me of a scene from Event Horizon.
Okay.
Do you remember the scene in Event Horizon where they get to see Event Horizon's about the ship taking you to hell, basically.
Yes.
And there's a scene in Event Horizon where you see a glimpse of hell. In this, they show it. Oh
and
my
it's nasty.
Gosh, it's disgusting.
All the bodies ripping at your flesh.
Basically, she uses the hand to go into the thing.
The dark side, whatever it is,
Someone from the dark side says, I can take you to the boy who's injured himself, who's lying in hospital.
Where they have his soul.
And she reckons she can go and save his soul. So she gets taken to where it is for 2 seconds. And what you see is basically what I think hell is. This boy is in torment. He's bloodied. People are around him, holding him, biting him. You see someone with a baby, and the person is about to bite the baby.
And the
baby
flesh,
it's this.
It's disturbing.
Layers of hell. I think that's probably one of them. And the scene lasts, for no joke, no more than a second and a half. And I think it's because you shouldn't see stuff like that. Imagine filming it. Disgusting. But that, for me, that's what I'm saying. That's real horror. The Exorcist trailer that I saw was too much. This one here, I knew this was going to be a good film. And it was.
And it was. It really, really, it was. Sophie Wilde, who plays Mia, like, she's like, obviously she has this, like, her piercing eyes, and she's got this kind of really amazing features and everything, and commanding. You definitely kind of feel the thing. And, it's just kind of this weird thing, like, tormented souls, what happens to them. And, a lot of people might question, like, shit, what is going to happen? What's going to happen to us when we're done?
Yeah, exactly. And this film challenges that, and it shows you that those spirits are all bad. You think they're good, don't trust it. Let them be. When they're gone, they're gone. Let them be. This was $4.5 million budget. So far, it's done 5 million.
Yeah.
And I really want this to go into like
I
the
hope it
50s
does.
or 60s because it deserves it. The directors of this film, Danny and Michael Philippou,
right?
I think they're Greek kind of names.
Yes,
they were given a chance to direct a DCEU film, and they turned it down to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it wasn't about the money; it was about having their project and doing their thing. Respect that. So I hope it does wicked.
Well. If you can watch this, and like you mentioned, like in some places, for example, in the Netherlands and whatnot, maybe they've got a delayed release and everything. But 100% in the UK, if you can watch it, just watch it. That is movie of the week for me.
Yeah, definitely. 8.5 out of 10 or something like that.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and that's it. That's all we've got time for in this week's episode. We hope you enjoyed the show. Keep it locked with the Flixters. We've got more movies for you coming over the next few weeks. And remember all those kind of TV shows that we're going to be speaking about. We'll be kind of giving you breakdowns and everything. So yeah, keep it locked with us. And